Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another broadcast of Jerusalem's Gate. It's wee hours of the night, and I was just doing some reviewing of some videos, and I thought I may come out with this video. You know, I was once told by a very wise father who has since been with the Lord. He said, "You've truly conquered the world when you turn your enemies into your closest friends." And if you look back in the history of the United States, World War II, for instance, for an example, Japan was our sworn enemy. And look where Japan is today. They're our closest ally, most entrusted ally. Germany, World War II, they were our fierce enemy. And we waged war, and they would wage war against us. And now they are our closest and great friends. And I think what Secretary of State Pompeo was trying to get across to Kim Jong-un is that it's not strange, or it's not unusual that some of our at one time enemies wind up being close allies. So I think we can turn this North Korean, if Kim Jong-un is serious, that it all relies on if Kim Jong-un is serious. The Lord, you know, what does the Bible say? Nothing is too difficult for the Lord. The Lord can turn North Korea into an ally. Believe it or not, you know, during World War II, if you would have said that Japan and Germany would be our closest friends and allies, people wouldn't have believed it at the time. And I'm sure people at this time wouldn't believe that North Korea could be our friend and ally at some time. Now, we got a long way to go, and there's a lot of work to do. But Kim Jong-un is open to denuclearization if he's speaking the truth. Now, I understand that Kim may have the backing of China that's given him assurance that China has their back in case something happens. But we have to at least give peace a chance. And I think President Trump is doing a very wise thing. And I'm glad he's not lifting the sanctions off immediately. But once they denuclearize, I foresee President Trump bending over backwards to help financially North Korea, because they're in a very desperate time right now financially, and their citizens are suffering from food shortages. But I just wanted to give that quick broadcast. Nothing's too difficult for the Lord, ladies and gentlemen. I got a couple of videos here I wanted to show you. God bless you. And hey, thanks for the new subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, try giving Jerusalem Gate a try, and we'll do a good job for you. I'm certain of that. With that being said, here comes the two videos. God bless you. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. That's how we ask for your help. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, here comes the two videos. God bless you all.
North Korea says it'll dismantle its nuclear test site in less than 2 weeks. In a ceremony between May the 23rd and 25th, journalists from South Korea, China, the US, Britain and Russia will witness the historic event. It comes after the US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo promised economic aid if Kim Jong-un gave up his nuclear weapons. The head of the UN's World Food Programme believes there's a sense of optimism after he completed what he called an unprecedented visit.
There's good news and bad news, like there is in almost every nation that we're in. The good news is there's improvement. We're making a difference. People are working hard to truly be food secure. The bad news is only 15% of the land in this country is arable. Also, they face floods and droughts and malnutrition, and so we're working with them to address their food security issues.
The UN say 7 in 10 North Koreans were relying on food aid, but Kim Jong-un has made it clear that development is a priority.
The United States will aid North Korea's economic recovery, provided it agrees to give up its nuclear weapons, says Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. International sanctions have impeded the economy, where roughly 70% of the country's population struggle to avoid hunger, and 1/4 of children under 5 suffer chronic malnutrition, according to the World Food Programme.
If Chairman Kim chooses the right path, there is a future brimming with peace and prosperity for the North Korean people. If North Korea takes bold action to quickly denuclearize, the United States is prepared to work with North Korea to achieve prosperity on the par with our South Korean friends.
Tensions between the US and North Korea have calmed in recent weeks, following Kim's pledge to denuclearize the Korean peninsula. However, future relations hinge on the North making good on its promise.